Hey everybody, welcome back to Fish Den 365. I'm Den Haring, and if you like to fish chatterbaits or want to learn more about chatterbaits, you're going to want to watch this video. Okay, so when it comes to the chatterbait, one of the most important things is choosing the trailer, knowing which trailer to fish. And there's a lot of popular trailers out there. I'm going to go through a few of them with you right now, just two of them, and then I'm going to show you the one I like for myself, the one I like the best. I've tried all these trailers, I've used them all. There's one for me that seems to work better than the others. So I have here a 3/8 ounce chatterbait. This one is a jackhammer, one of the best known chatterbaits out there, just a simple green pumpkin skirt. And then this is a Hog Farmer spunk shad, and a lot of people like to fish that spunk shad, either the 4.5 or the 5.5 inch on that chatterbait, and it does work very well. It has a real crazy action. That tail is going back and forth as the chatterbait's chattering. A good bait, good one to use. Another one that people like is just a simple fluke, just putting a simple fluke on there as your tail. You can cut the fluke down if you feel it's too long. That's another one that seems to work really well for a lot of people. But the one that's worked extremely well for me, especially in pressure conditions and when the water is cold, but it works year round. I always start with this one because it just seems to work really well. And I don't think hardly anybody's doing it, if anybody at all, but I'm telling you, if you do it, you'll be doing it on a more regular basis because, boy, it really does catch fish. And that is to use a Jean LaRue Biffle Bug. Now, I have to modify it, but let me show you how we do that. So here I've got, this is a green pumpkin chartreuse pepper, Jean LaRue Biffle Bug. I like this color a lot. It's got green pumpkin on one side and like the chartreuse pepper on the other. It just gives a little bit more flash and color in the water. This is when I like to imitate bluegill. I'll use this color. If I'm imitating shad, well then I'll use, a skirt with more white in it and a trailer that is lighter, that is more of a shad color like that spunk shad was. And this is a standard size now, 4.5 inches. They have a bigger one. You can use a bigger one too, but I wouldn't use the little one. The 4.5 incher is a good one. And the whole key with this bait is the tail. It's got this flat tail, but it's a hollow bait, so it's real easy to work with. But what I'm going to do is cut these tails off. Not the tails, cut the legs off. I'm going to cut the legs off. And that just leaves me with this, which is just the Biffle Bug without the legs. Now this tail has a little bit of a bend in it, so you probably wouldn't want to pick this one, but we'll use this one just to show you what we do. You could either put this in hot water to straighten that tail out, or just pick another one out of the pack that's straighter. So we have our jackhammer here, our chatterbait. This particular one has two real nice keepers on it. Hopefully you can see that, and we're just gonna thread this on there, but not horizontally. We're going to thread it on vertically, so it has the shape of a fish. It has the outline of a real fish. So we're going to put it on vertical, and it's very simple. I always try and line up where that's going to come out, and it looks like it's going to come out right around where this third spine comes out here. So we're just going to do this right now. Hook this right in here. I want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to get it on perfectly straight, which is easier with this bait because it's hollow. Once you get the nose, it has a little bit of plastic in the nose, but once you get through the nose, you're just coming through a hollow bait, which makes it very nice. And then you want to come out exactly on the side, and then you just finish this off. You don't need any glue with this keeper or anything like that, and your finished product will look like that. So it looks just like the profile, the side of a fish. You're looking just like at the side of the fish, but that tail is the crazy thing. It doesn't have, when you fish a chatterbait this way, the whole bait and tail is not going crazy. The way this chatterbait works is more subtle. The tail quivers, and it quivers at a very high frequency, very fast. But they like that. I think that looks more realistic to the fish than a tail that's wagging way back and forth all the time, especially when the fish are pressured, especially when the water's a little colder. But like I said, I throw this all year long. Spring, summer, fall. It's always the first trailer that I throw on my chatterbait because I have just so much confidence in it. It works great. So if you have a Biffle Bug, or if you don't, they're not that expensive. You can go out and get one or get a couple. You could always make this a bigger profile by buying the larger Biffle Bug. I think it's like 5.5 inches. That would bulk up the bait and make it look even bigger. But this is a nice little bluegill meal here, wouldn't you say? And that's my chatterbait hack for this week's episode of Fish Den 365. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of this, and if you've ever fished this as a trailer on a chatterbait, would love to know what your results are and what chatterbait trailers you prefer. Would love to hear that too. Share that in the comments on the channel. Until next time, keep it tuned here. And if you want to see an interesting video on 5 steps that'll make you a much more successful bass angler in 2025, take a look at this one right here. Until next time, be safe out there. Hope to see you on the water. And as always, may God bless your fishing endeavors.